Eddie Rich has made the introductions, and it is main event time here on NWA Anarchy Television, the World Television Championship on the line, as Chad Parham has selected Salvatore Rinauro to take on the World Television Champion Ace Rockwell. Now next week, fans, Ace Rockwell will get a chance to choose Chad Parham's opponent, and it will be for the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship, as I'm being joined now by Ernie Rich, excuse me.
You had it right the first time. I caught on to a little bit of what you were saying about next week's television program will be Ace Rockwell, a special pick for Chad Parham. And now speculation's been running wide, well, particularly between Chad Parham and yourself, that it's going to be Slim J. Now, if it's going to be Slim J, I know that's going to be a heck of a rematch from the NWA Anarchy, heavyweight title match.
Hold on, I got an announcement to make. Chad Parham informed me just, a little while ago. He handed me a note, told me not to open it till the match starts. I just opened my note, and I have been told for all the fans here at the NWA Arena, to yourself and to anybody that this may concern, that the NWA Arena will now be known as the house that Sal built.
The house that Sal built?
Yes, that note came from Chad Parham. It's signed Chad Parham. Oh, and Sal Rinauro. I'm sorry, I missed that.
So I take it you're going to jump on the same gravy train as Chad and Sal. More likely Sal's bickering about how in the past everything's not going his way, how Anarchy is trying to screw him. Well, I don't understand how Anarchy can be screwing him when he's getting a shot at the NWA's television championship of the world.
It's because Chad Parham had to pick him. Do you think Jerry Palmer was going to give him these kind of shots? No. You know what?
Well, someone somehow should have had to sign off on it in the office, somehow.
Well, no, because that was the stipulation. Jerry Palmer made the stipulation not knowing who Chad Parham was going to pick. Now, you know what? Let me tell you something. Each and every one of these fans here should be gracious. They should thank Salvatore Rinauro, because if it was not for Sal Rinauro, this building here would be a landfill.
Somehow I doubt that.
It was Sal Rinauro who kept the lights on and kept the doors open once NWA Wildside died. It was Sal Rinauro.
Oh, big slap. I didn't mean to cut you off. And Sal Rinauro just blatantly spits in Ace Rockwell's face?
It's okay. He's Sal Rinauro.
That may be, but he has no right to spit in a man's face.
Sal Rinauro is a well-accomplished wrestler around the world. That means that he can do whatever he wants, but right now, our World Television Champion, Ace Rockwell, a man who had, dare I say, a wonderful 2006, lots of ups and downs, and he ended it as the World Television Champion. I'm not taking anything away from Ace Rockwell as a competitor.
You shouldn't.
The man is a wonderful competitor. The man is a tremendous athlete, and he's made a good World Television Champion. Sal Rinauro will make a better one, and I, for one, will support that decision.
I can't believe this. Big chop into the crowd's love fest. Did Ace Rockwell plant one on Sal Rinauro?
Ace Rockwell, over the last 14 months or so, has had some hellacious battles here in this NWA Arena and elsewhere.
And that's why as well. In Helen, Georgia, remember its season's beatings where he defeated the international superstar Jimmy Rave to retain the World Television Championship in an awesome 5-star classic.
And I don't know if you caught that right now, but Sal Rinauro just driving that knee right into the mat and then a drop kick right in the face.
Ace Rockwell might have lost a tooth there because that one just connected with full force.
For so many years, people overlooked Salvatore Rinauro's athletic ability. They overlooked his accomplishments. He was the funny guy. He was the guy that came out and made you laugh. Sal Rinauro was tired of being the clown prince of professional wrestling. Sal Rinauro wanted to be taken seriously as a competitor, and he realized that he had to leave behind some of those antics for these people to respect him.
That may be fine, but he shouldn't just, turn his back on the fans that once cheered him.
But these people, they didn't respect him. Now, they may not cheer him, but they fear him. Sal Rinauro is proving that all these years, when the people were laughing, they should have been paying attention to how wonderful this man is in the ring. I've always thought that Sal Rinauro was a tremendous athlete. I always thought that Sal Rinauro would make a great singles champion someday, and I think he's going to prove me right.
I agree with you. Sal Rinauro is one heck of a competitor, but he does not have the heart and compassion that Ace Rockwell has right now.
You don't need heart and compassion. You need a will to win. Sal Rinauro has a lot to prove, not just to these people, but to himself. He feels that for so long, as you see a near fall there by Ace Rockwell, he felt for so long that he wasn't. Wow.
Backslide. 2 count only, says referee Brent Wiley. Schoolboy now.
Ace Rockwell trying every way he can to pin Sal Rinauro, but Sal Rinauro ends that nonsense with a drop kick. As I was saying, Sal Rinauro, he has that will to win. He knows he can win, but he has to change the perception that the people have of him, and he's done that. Ever since he took that champagne bottle.
When he cracked it over Slim J's head?
I thought that was an excellent move, notwithstanding. He had to do that to prove to himself.
Yeah, prove to himself just to get his own ego just more infatuated. This is just sickening.
And prove to the people, too. These people didn't take Sal seriously, and now they do.
If he wanted to for the fans to take him seriously, why didn't he just come up and challenge Slim J, not crack a champagne bottle over the man's head?
Have you ever heard of sending a message?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't say anything to that, can you?
No, I understand. He got his point
Harley Race knee to the face of Ace Rockwell.
2 count only. Ace Rockwell manages to kick out. That's just simply remarkable. Ace is just taking shot after shot after shot right in the face.
The height and velocity of that knee going right into the temple area could have knocked Ace Rockwell out. He may have just kicked out on pure instinct.
He might have. That arm just slouched over the bottom rope there. As Rinauro now taking the sole of his boot and rubbing it right into the back of Ace Rockwell's head, thus scrubbing his face right on the canvas.
Giving him Matt Burns there. And I mean, especially if those get in the eye like it looks like they have, that could be very hard to see and could swell that eye up very quickly.
Crowd now getting on to Sal Rinauro, it seems like. Rear chin lock applied now. Ace Rockwell trying to battle his way out. Referee Brent Wiley in position, checking in.
Ace Rockwell is no stranger to perseverance, no stranger to having to fight back. And like I said, I mean, you said it yourself, season's beatings, he went in. He beat the international superstar Jimmy Rave. He beat Brandon Phoenix for the World Television Champion. Ace Rockwell is no stranger to international competition, to world-class competitors. I mean, he was in War Games last year. He was the man that got the winning submission in
Absolutely.
War Games last year. So
made his own former tag team partner, Sean Tempers, now a member of the Devil's Reject, submit after putting the claw hammer right in Sean Tempers' mouth. That was a wonderful sight to see.
And I will, you know what, and I'm going to go on record and say I agree with you. I totally agree with you. But it's Salvatore Rinauro's time. Sal Rinauro was one half of the first Anarchy Tag Team Champions. The man has held gold on top of gold inside this building, and that World Television title will just solidify his place here in NWA Anarchy.
Rockwell,
in wrestling history.
Wrestling history. Well, that may be true if he is successful here tonight in defeating Ace Rockwell. Now it's Rinauro going for the pinning attempt. Brent Wiley slides into position, 2 count only. Rockwell, perhaps just as you said, instinctively being able to kick out. He may be completely out on his feet.
Well, what Sal Rinauro did there was he locked up Ace Rockwell and used all his own weight and momentum against him, keeping him down to the mat, and just Ace was able to slip out like he was right there.
Rockwell now firing back like someone just lit a fire underneath them. Rinauro now ducking the clothesline. And a shot right to the throat on Ace Rockwell. Brent Wiley warning him. Reversed by Rockwell. Coming up. Spinebuster. Very nicely done.
But how much did that take out of Ace Rockwell? I mean, you got to remember one thing.
Very true.
You got to remember one thing. This is the main event time right here. These men are being seen all over the globe on the television. Even though Chad Parham is the best wrestler on television.
That's your own opinion.
No, that's what he told me.
Of course. Does Alfredo agree with you on that too?
Yes, he does.
Well, good for all three.
No, it's Alejandro, not Alfredo. I fired Alfredo.
You fired Alfredo?
Yes. Let's get back to the match.
I can't keep up with your people.
That's a good thing. I've got people. And Ace Rockwell, I mean, I've seen that look before. Once Ace Rockwell gets that intensive look in his face, you got to go in for the kill. You can't allow yourself to stagger back like this, because this is when Ace Rockwell's got his second win. This is when Ace Rockwell is at his best.
Ace Rockwell now flying across. Big splash into the corner on Sal Rinauro. Both men staggering out very slowly and are running Mr. Wrestling 2 knee lift. Rockwell now slapping over the head of Sal Rinauro, cinching that neck back. Went for the pin. 2 count only, says Wiley.
Very smart maneuvering there by Ace Rockwell. What he did was he went for the quick cover. He hit 2 very high impact moves and went for the cover. But right now, wasting way too much time. He's giving Sal Rinauro just a little too much time to breathe.
He can't do that. Rockwell now looks like he's going for a fisherman suplex. No, Rinauro able to fight out of it. Rockwell now set for the right into the ropes, coming back off. Catches the leg, hooks him. Very nicely done. Rockwell's able to hang on. Does this do it? No. 2 count only. Somehow Rinauro is able to kick out of that high-impact maneuver.
Well, the simultaneous twist in the body there was able to break the fingers from around the leg, and that's why Sal Rinauro was able to get the force up of the kick up that he did.
Rockwell scouting out Rinauro. Could he be looking for aces high? He's going, no. Rinauro instinctively rolls out of the way, and I must say that's very good for Rinauro.
Well, I mean, you got to know Rinauro had that move well scouted. I mean, that's the coup de grace there for one Ace Rockwell, and now,
Rinauro just got crushed across the top rope, and Rockwell just jerked him back and forth.
Well, Brent Wiley needed to get in there and break that move up. Cat-like reflexes of Ace Rockwell going to the top rope.
High cross body block, hooks the leg, goes for the cover. 2 count only.
Sal Rinauro able to kick out at the very last second. This right here, I mean, in all of his television title defenses, Jimmy Rave was a very tough competitor. Take nothing away from him, but Ace Rockwell has got to be feeling the strain of being the world television champion, especially in this match with Sal Rinauro, where Sal Rinauro is giving a run for his money.
Absolutely, Rinauro now powering back. Breaks the back, German suplex bridge. Very nicely done by Rinauro, and amazingly, Rockwell's able to kick out. I don't understand how Rockwell is able to muster up the strength to be able to kick out at this point. He's just taking beating after beating after beating by the challenger, Sal Rinauro.
Well, I'll tell you what got him kicked out right there is that silver belt over there that says that you're the best television in the world today. That's the motivation. You could be knocked out and dead like Ace is right now. Oh! Only a 2 count, but that title is the one thing that will motivate any man to push himself beyond their limits. Ace Rockwell's proven that time and time again.
Sal Rinauro completely stunned that Ace Rockwell was able to kick out after that big elbow drop. Off the top rope now, Rinauro cinching into submission hold. Look at the bridge by Rinauro. That's just simply remarkable.
Well, I mean, Sal Rinauro has a very strong neck, and that's exactly what he's proven right there. Being able to hold that bridge, now turning it over into a version of the front chancery here.
Rockwell takes him out of it, but gets caught with a knee right to the midsection.
These two men have gone back and forth several times here in this matchup. What a great world television title matchup we're bringing you here on NWA Anarchy television, fans. Don't forget next week's huge main event. The man you see on the apron of the ring getting ready to be suplexed in, it looks like. Ace Rockwell will choose Chad Parham, the NWA Anarchy champions. Wow. From the second rope. Wait a minute, both men's shoulders are down.
2 count only.
2 count, but both men's shoulders were down. As I was saying, Ace Rockwell will choose Chad Parham's opponent next week in the main event. But Ace Rockwell may be without one very important piece of hardware next week if Sal Rinauro has anything to say about it. And right now, that doesn't look like it's too far from reality there, Ernie.
That's Eddie, most certainly not. Rinauro has been taking it hard to the champion through this entire contest. Rinauro went for the kick to the face. Rockwell able to slide underneath it. There's aces high on the challenger, Sal Rinauro. Rockwell going for the cover. Can he do it?
Oh, wait a minute. Renauro's foot is breaking the plane of the ropes.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, and still the NWA Television Champion of the World, Ace Rockwell.
Ernie Rich, I don't know if you caught this from your vantage point, but I could see very clearly that Sal Renauro's foot had broken the plane of the bottom rope. That count should have been broken up, and we should have been continuing our match right here, right now. For Ernie Rich, who obviously has nothing to say because he knows I'm right, I'm John the Body Johnson. We'll see you next week.